I have two numbers for you: 50 million and zero. 50 million is the amount of money that D1 schools make off their athletic programs every year, and zero is the number of money that the students make that bring in the money. As you can see in this chart, it just shows how much it can vary depending on school to school. At the top, you have Texas A&M in Texas bringing in over $180 million, and at the bottom, you have schools bringing in around $20 million. Still, that's a lot of money that isn't going back to the people who actually earned it for the school. And whether or not the students deserve this money has been up for debate for the past decade or two. While these athletes are taking 15 hours just like a normal student, they also have up to 20 hours of practice and game time they have to just participate in every week, with the majority of coaches getting every minute of those 20 hours in that they can. Now, just take a second to think about that. These students are spending around 35 hours with classes and practice every week, just trying to get back to the university that they represent. An article released by the American Association of University Professors discusses a study they put together where they say that only 8% of college students work more than 35 hours a week. If you compare these numbers, you'll see that they're practically the same amount, but one difference stands out. Regular students get paid for this amount of work, whereas athletes don't. The athletes at these universities are the ones who are bringing in millions of dollars every year, so why not pay them? Anyone who watches March Madness, the NCAA basketball tournament that happens every year, already knows how competitive and great those games are. But just imagine if these players were in their fourth or third year of college instead of their first, because a common trend nowadays is for players to come to the college, play their 1 year, and then go to the pros so they can get paid. If we begin paying them, that'll give them more incentive to stay and get their degree and develop more as a player during their time at college, and the competition will skyrocket through the roof, because you see how these players are playing in their rookie and sophomore years in the NBA, and they're just amazing people. And an article from the Marquette Sports Law Review said that since 2009, one of the 26 players that John Calipari has recruited to come and play Kentucky has graduated. That's right, just one. Yes, this isn't necessarily a problem across all college sports. It has an effect on two of the other major ones too, football and baseball, with each of those being yet to play at least a few years before you can go on. Figuring out how to pay these athletes will indeed be difficult, but many professionals in economics, law, and other professional areas have already started looking at solutions for this. There's a great article in the Seattle Journal for Social Justice that talks about a way to implement paying college athletes. Their idea starts with Congress tweaking the NCAA's amateur regulations. Their recommended way of paying athletes is actually pretty logical. They say that each player across all sports receives an equal stipend, but then the star athletes that actually bring in the money and they sell all the merchandise for the universities, they can receive endorsements from companies such as Gatorade, Nike, and many others. Do I think college athletes should be making millions like LeBron James and Tom Brady are? No, but they should definitely be rewarded for their effort that they put in every day to put the university's name out there. University of Chicago backs me up when they say that collegiate athletics will not look the same in 10 years that they do today.